Obviously, you know what's happened through the title, but I'll just explain the experience, I guess, and why I haven't been uploading. So I overdosed, as you can tell by the title, on caffeine, which I guess is not the usual way to overdose. I would presume that most overdoses are drugs or alcohol. What happened? I had a Red Bull. I drank that, hadn't eaten a lot, and then a couple hours later, I took my pre-workout. And if you don't know what pre-workout is, it's powder with a lot of caffeine. Easiest way to explain it. I took the pre-workout, but I realized in the container that I didn't have a lot of it left. So I was like, okay, I'll just dump whatever's in the container into my bottle and, drink it. Not sure how much it was really. It might have been 2 scoops, might have been 3. Not really sure. I want to note, because I think it's relevant, that the day before I just lost about 50 clips of really good footage for funny moments on my other channel, which was really stressing me out. But I take the pre-workout, go to the gym, and while I'm on my way to the gym, I'm starting to get a little bit anxious. I usually never am anxious. And when I was looking at lights, it was sort of like I was squinting and you get this like blurry flare from lights. Didn't think anything of it. Went to the gym and started warming up in one of the pressing machines. I was going to do push day. When I'm done with the first set, just a couple of reps, I feel a super strong feeling that I'm gonna faint. Like I'm looking myself in my eyes in the mirror and I'm like, okay, I'm fainting right now. So what I do is I take my headphones off, because it's really weird having headphones on when you think you're gonna faint. Run to the bathroom, manage to call my dad, get him there, because he's been working in medical facilities for at least 30 years at this point. He tells me that, okay, your heart is racing really fast. I don't know the medical term in English, but basically your heart's just racing really fast, way faster than average. You haven't eaten a lot, so you don't have enough blood to your head to be able to stay awake. I have to lay down onto the floor and have my feet up on the toilet just so I can get blood flow into my head, not to faint. I was there for 3 hours, I think. Then I get home and it's fine. And you would think that the story ends there, but unfortunately it doesn't. It was fine when I got home, and it was fine the day after. I felt amazing. I was like, I'm normal. There is nothing wrong. My heart raced a little bit, but I'm cool. Nothing really happened. So 2 days later, without having any caffeine, I have this great idea that I'm gonna work out again, and I take a couple sips of Monster, as you do. When I'm warming up, same thing again. Start feeling like I'm gonna faint. This time I'm in the building, so I managed to get up into the apartment, get into my bed, stack up some pillows and just lie down and make sure I get blood flow into my head. This becomes a problem because my system is reacting really strongly to caffeine. I only had a couple of sips, so that time wasn't an overdose or anything like that. It's just that the system realized that I had an overdose from this substance just a couple days ago, and then I intake it again and it freaks out. I didn't realize what was happening. I didn't understand that basically my heart just raced because I had a lot of caffeine. Second time it just freaked out, same thing. And that was it. Nothing dangerous. As long as that doesn't happen for a real long time, you're good. I didn't know that. I got that explained a couple weeks later, because I was basically not telling anyone. The bad part is what happened after that, is that I was really stressed about some other real life things, and I got a panic attack. And I usually don't get those. I know a lot of people do. I have had them. I think I've talked about it in a podcast before, but this was very different. It's 2 separate things in my brain, where I had a physical psychosomatic panic attack, where basically the symptoms only erupt because I think I have them in my brain. So what happens is I get a panic attack because I think I'm feeling something, so my brain has to make up this pain to make it logical in your brain. So I'm making myself feel like shit and feel like I have pain when I don't actually have it. And that went on for 2 weeks. And here's the thing. I've recorded this video a couple of times now because I fucked up the lighting, fucked up the sound, all that bullshit. But let me just take a second and be really honest. Don't know what it says about my life, but that was the 2 worst weeks of my entire life. I truly 100% believed that I was dying. And I had that belief straight for about a week at least. Don't know exactly how much, because all I wanted to do was sleep, get better. I didn't want to be awake. All I wanted to do is sleep so I can get fucking healthy and anything, so I'm not feeling the way I'm feeling right now. I have, as a person, has been fortunate enough to always been in control of my brain. I know a lot of people don't like to be alone with their thoughts, but I do. That's one of the most enjoyable things about my life. I really like being alone. And I like the way my brain works, how I think, what I think, how I do things, how I think about different subjects and like figuring them out. But for these 2 weeks, I had zero control. I could not fucking make my brain do what I wanted it to. I had zero fucking power over my own fucking brain. For these 2 weeks where I thought I was gonna die, the reason why I felt like that was because I made me feel like that. Which makes me fucking really immensely, I can't even explain how angry. I don't know how to use words in that way. My brain took anything at all, any thought, any vision, me seeing anything, any sound I could hear, any smell I could feel, any taste I could feel, any of my senses, it took it and it made me think I was gonna die. If I heard something, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack from the sound. If I saw something, I thought of me in this scenario and how I would die. If I heard someone talk about them doing something, I would imagine myself in that scenario and then make the scenario in a way where I would die. If I tasted something, I would think that it would go into my body and I would have a bad reaction of it and I would have a heart attack and I would die. It was insane. Physically, I was fine. Physically, what happens when you have an overdose on caffeine the way I did, your heart races a lot, you get really anxious, you might puke, you might faint, but other than that, you're physically fine. And I made myself feel this way for 2 weeks. Do you know how fucking insane that is? Your brain can turn against you where you truly have no control and it makes you think that you're gonna die. Because you have a misconception of a small detail of what happened to you. Honestly, for me, the worst part was just that I couldn't get back to normal after this happened to me. I had this experience for 2 weeks and all I want to do is go back to whatever the fuck normal is, and then the world stops. If you enjoy any of this, I'm not sure if I want you guys to enjoy this video, since this video is such a weird video to make, but if you enjoy the videos I do, or me as a person, or anything like that, please go ahead and like the video and go ahead and subscribe. Really trying to grow this channel this year, and it's been really hard mentally not being able to post these last months, Even though, you know, obviously if you want to grow a channel like this, I have to post weekly, which I'm going to do now again. But it's been really hard not being able to. Not sure if I missed anything, but basically, I got fucked up there for a bit. I'm back. I'm gonna make some good ass videos. But yeah, I'll see you guys in whatever the fuck I do next. Peace.